Tonight, we find out who is going to be in the finals of the championship tournament. Will it be Sammy Guevara or Jon Moxley, or Bryan Danielson or Chris Jericho? Also just or. Oh, I'm repeating myself. See you in a second, guys.
Hello, welcome, and give me a hell yeah. Give me a whole yeah. Give me a whole yeah. From the Spanish god, Sammy Guevara. Cheers to everyone watching in Yorkshire and beyond. Hope you guys have a great day from the Spanish god. Shout out to Dom, shout out to Anthony. You guys are smart because you're fans of me. And anyways, have a great day.
Hello, and a very warm welcome to the Gimme a Whole Yeah Wrestling Podcast. My name is Ant, and tonight we're watching AEW Dynamite. It is the 14th of September. It's actually the 15th where I am because it's 5-1 in the bleeding morning. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're all having a great week. Lots of news to talk about this week. And let's see what happens on tonight's show. It's going to be an exciting one. Lots of consequence at this. I'm going to go through the full match card before I get to your comments. So everyone say hello in chat. Let's go to Lo-Fi. Whatever that means. The Dynamite card for tonight, we have Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson in a semi-final tournament match for the vacant AEW World Championship. Also in the tournament for the AEW World Championship, we have Jon Moxley versus Sammy Guevara. Both of these matches are semi-final matches. Both of them are happening on Dynamite tonight. Time to get your predictions in, guys. Who do you think is going to be in the finals of the tournament? It's great to hear your opinions. Put them down in chat. We also have interim AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm and Athena going against Britt Baker and Serena Deeb. Interestingly, no Jamie Hayter there. Is she going to show up? Is the feud going to continue between her and Britt Baker? Have they made up? Let's find out. And also, accepting Jungle Boy's open challenge, we have a match against Jay Lethal. Jungle Boy and Jay Lethal going live tonight. That sounds like a fun show to me, man. That sounds like a good show to me. I'm excited for it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We have Mikhail in chat. Welcome, Mikhail. Thank you so much for joining us the other night in our Disabilities live stream with Dom, Anthony, Tom, as well as Robert from Fightful. Great to have a talk and find out how disability in wrestling, how they watch wrestling and how it's inspired them at different times and how they engage with the content that is pro wrestling. Some really interesting conversations coming out of that. So I don't know if you've seen that podcast, but go and check it out. It is on the channel, my dudes. Hi there, says Hassan. Hello, welcome. How are you doing? Hassan, just for you, my dude, let's get a poll going. Who wins? Let's find out who you guys have as early picks to win in this championship tournament. You can only select one, though. That's the only issue, isn't it? We have Chris Jericho. He could be in the finals. I think if you're going to give it to MJF very quickly, Jericho wouldn't be a bad choice whatsoever. We also have Jon Moxley, who we've also seen teased in a feud with MJF already. So that could be interesting. We also have Bryan Danielson, obviously one of the best wrestlers in the world. Would him versus Moxley make for an exciting final? Yes, I'm sure it bloody would. Both members of Blackpool Combat Club. And yeah, interesting. Let's see where that goes. Or will it be Sammy Guevara giving it to one of the pillars of the AEW brand? Would that be interesting? Would people like to see Sammy Guevara versus MJF? Guys, I'm asking the community. I'm asking you all. Please let us know who you think is going to be in the final. Who's the one person you can guarantee is going to be in the final? If I was to choose out of them names, I'd probably say Moxley is the biggest shoo-in to be in the final, personally. That is just my opinion. I want to know what your opinions are. Michael says, hi, Ant. How are you? I'm doing great, man. Thank you so much for joining me, my dude. How are you? How's your dad doing? Todd says, hey, all. Hello, Todd. How are you doing, mate? Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. and welcome to the magical world of Gimme a Hole Yeah, the magical world where we plant magic seeds. Hello all, please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. We're running a little channel, letting people know that you're hanging out with us or hanging out with me and the rest of the community, absolutely, is always good and helps us in the future. So thank you so much. If you do choose to like and subscribe, Sassy says Mox. We had no doubt that Sassy was saying Mox, did we? We have 50% of people saying Mox at the minute. Interesting. Who else are people saying? Danielson is for the other 50%. Interesting. So that looks like is the matchup people want to see. People want to see Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. Who won in the last exchange between them two? Was it a double or nothing? Or was it Revolution? Let's see who won that match. I am very interested. We are 38 seconds away from Dynamite, so let's find out quickly. Mox versus Danielson, AEW pay-per-view result. There we go. That should give me the all-out results. I don't want that. Results of it was at Revolution, and it was. I don't need the full card. I just need who won. Danielson put on a try, countered it into the pin. Moxley won that match, countering the triangle submission into a pin. Danielson was angry about the decision, and the fight continued afterwards. That's just before William Regal stepped out of the crowd and said, "Stop fighting! Stop fighting!" So yeah, great stuff, man. So we could get a rematch of that. AEW is starting. The pyro is going off. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. My dad's good. A little rough of a week for me. A lot of changes at my job that's causing me anxiety, mate. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope that you can settle them and settle your mind a little bit. No one deserves to live with anxiety. As we get Moxley coming out straight away. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. It is AEW Dynamite. We do this every Wednesday. We hang out every Wednesday. I'm at work at 9 in the morning, but it's all good, man. We just come and hang out. And thank you for the reaction on Facebook, Prince Sahel. Thank you so much, and welcome to the channel, mate. Hope you're having a great day. Mox and Danielson, says Sassy. That's who she wants to see. Oh, just Mox. Just Mox. Just wants to see Mox. We got it. We got it, Sassy. We got it. When are you going to the show? It's Jeff has joined us as well. It's Wednesday night. He knows where he is. It's time to hang out at Dynamite. It's really good to see you too, man. Thank you so much for joining us, mate. Your Cincinnati brother is out first. Jeff, are you at Joey's right now watching this? Is Joey still watching AEW? Is he still loving it? Hi, Jeff. It's been a bit weird recently. I can understand why people wouldn't necessarily be watching it, but there's a lot of. It feels like, this whole like press scrum and all this sort of stuff that happened. It feels like it's been the biggest wrestling story of the year, but it's not. I mean, Vince McMahon leaving WWE is the biggest story, is it not? But like everyone wants to know what's happened backstage, and it's causing a lot of excitement. So interesting. Sassy greeting Jeff. Let's go, Mox. I think he's going to squash Sammy. I don't think he'll squash Sammy because it kind of hurts Sammy if he does. I didn't see the Darby Sammy match. I was actually surprised when I saw that Sammy was just through. So, but yeah, it's good for him. It's definitely good for him, and I can see why they do it. I mean, it definitely gives Jon Moxley a heel to go against, doesn't it? So there we go. Let's get that all changed up on there. On right now, Jon Moxley versus Sammy Guevara, as Jon Moxley celebrates on the apron, getting ready to fight. Michael predicted this as a squash, the Jericho Appreciation Society member. Hey, that could be interesting. Sammy Guevara and Jericho, both members of the Jericho Appreciation Society. Let's not forget that as well. Cool. Let's do another poll. A lot of people, more people saying Danielson's going to be in the final than Moxley. Interesting. I think most people think it is going to be Moxley and Danielson. Let's end the poll there. Thank you so much, guys. Create a poll. Who wins? Is it Sammy Guevara, who did the intro to tonight's podcast for us? Guevara. Oh, mate, with dyslexia, that's a horrible name to spell. Or Jon Moxley. That's a lot easier. Thanks, John. Let's see, guys. Who have you got to win? I'm guessing most of you are going to say Jon Moxley. Papa H is bringing back black and gold. I saw, man. I think that's a great branding decision. I think it makes wrestling fans excited, and it's the right thing to do. Absolutely. Guevara coming out by himself right now. Oh, Moxley looks annoyed. No time Mello either. Is he going to use him to cheat? Is he going to use her to cheat? Excuse me. Look in the AEW Championship. What a hell of a belt that is. I'm not over Joey's now. I was there last week. He doesn't keep up with it as closely recently. That's understandable, man. I mean, it's just the sort of nature of the programming. I don't think the programming has been as engaging, apart from the sort of backstage stuff. So let's hope that they can get back on track, man. Let's hope they can get back on track. Patreon and Super Chat are now open for donations. Appreciated, but optional. Keep Ant supplied with coffee. Absolutely. If you want to buy me coffee, you absolutely can via Super Chat, my dudes. We need to get channel membership sorted at some point, so it's a lot easier for you to support us on a sort of monthly basis over on the YouTube. Nice and easy. We'll have to figure out some sort of specials that we can do. However, I don't know if you guys watched the disability podcast that we did last night. It was great, man. We had Dom open up a lot about his disability, as well as Tom, Anthony, and Rob from Fightful. Great to have a conversation with all them guys and listen to the sort of difficulties that they have as well. I advise, if you're interested in any of them personalities, and you know, of course, Dom is a major part of this channel. He is half of this channel, in fact. I'd go check that out, man. I'd go check that out, baby. Cool. There was a point in time where Joey missed a couple of weeks. It was around there was 3 debuts a week, and he kind of got lost with all the new faces. So that's interesting, isn't it? Like, I mean, I kind of follow the wider scene of wrestling, but it's someone like Joey that doesn't. Like, it's a lot of new faces, and it's a lot of people to keep up with, you know? And then you have Forbidden Door as well, where there was lots of new faces in that as well, you know, and actually that ended up being a fantastic show. Love that one show. Unfortunately, I pissed to the disability stream. I really wanted to be there. That's all good, Michael. Miss Not Pissed. It is up on the channel if you want to check it out in future. And, and me and Dom have talked a little bit about it, and I think it's going to be beneficial to do one of them every so often. And because we do have a lot of people in the community that have disabilities, as well as Dom obviously having cerebral palsy himself. So, like, I think it's interesting to talk about stuff like that, and interesting to hear about people's experiences. It's kind of an insight into the people behind the podcast. As Sammy Guevara gets turned inside out by a massive lariat from Moxley, lovely stuff. So yeah, it was great. Thank you, Sassy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. We also have interviews from the stars of Clash of the Castle. Sassy, man, like making you a mod. She is on the advertising, and I love it. Thank you, Sassy. Miss Not Pissed. Yeah, no, that's all good, man. I got it. I enjoyed the fact you said pissed. Here we go. Oh, Climate Pledge Seattle is where they're going for the first Dynamite of 2023. Interesting. As Jon Moxley chopping Sammy Guevara. So updates for those of you that don't follow. Moxley sitting down mocking Guevara. Let's hope Guevara gets the upper hand of this after Moxley did that. Yeah, he should do. There we go. Going up over the top rope. Oh no, through. Tope Suicida. Going round, and Moxley sitting down for good this time on the outside. As he is, Sammy gets up, goes for it again, and this time goes over the top with a corkscrew. Beautiful stuff, man. Beautiful stuff. Cool. Let's see the poll. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Almost everyone, apart from that one person that always votes the other way, and I love that person for that. Thank you. You always entertain me. He's thinking that Jon Moxley is winning this. Interesting. Great. How are you guys doing anyway? I've had a good week this week. I've been so busy, you know. I finished work today at 2:00 in the afternoon, and I slept until 8:00 in the evening because I knew I had tonight, and I'm just exhausted. I'm so tired at the minute, guys. I don't know why. I don't know if after I had as Guevara beats the back of Moxley's head into the ring steps. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, man, cool. Oh, you're going to ad break. I'll try and call out the action as it goes. Evening, says Dan. Dan from Pro Wrestling Eve just had a great interview on the channel with Nina Samuels. A really good interview. Really enjoyed that, as well as setting up stuff for Wrestle Queendom. Good job, Dan, and good job to Nina, man. Excellent stuff. Loved it. Full Gear is not far from my hometown, but I can't afford to go or to buy the pay-per-view. Might see if it's on Watch Wrestling. Fair enough, Michael, man. Fair enough, man. Yeah, it's expensive to go to wrestling events, and unfortunately, in this climate, we're all struggling, aren't we? It's almost time for Mox to bleed, lol. Yeah, is the blade coming out as Sammy Guevara is attacking Moxley on the table? Sammy going for a weak choke, but Moxley coming back with a choke. Sammy not expecting that and getting thrown over the timekeeper's table himself. Hi, Dan, the real wizard, the wizard of everyone here. Great job, Dan. Loved it, man. And thank you for the shout out on the stream as well. It means so much, man. It means so much. I actually just joined it because I was interested and was able to. Hey, I was watching Dan in the bath. Yeah, nice. Hey, Mox buddy, let's go Mox for finals. Absolutely. Hi, Dan from Eve. I'm excited. I'm going to Survivor Series in November. That's fantastic, man. I hope you have a good day. I hope to have steaks. That's what I like in Survivor Series. Let's have some steaks. And I don't just mean ribeye, but I do love a bloody good ribeye. You know, that's my steak of choice, by the way. If anyone ever wants to buy me a steak, and they're bloody expensive these days. But if we ever go for a meal, ribeye, head there, man. That's all good. Yeah, steaks, man, in Survivor Series. It needs to be for something, not just brand superiority. So I hope you get that in the build-up. With Triple H in charge, I think you might. Matty D's joined us. Welcome, Matty D. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. I think Jon Moxley wins, but I think it would be great if Sammy wins and goes on to win the title. Matty, I agree, man. I agree it'd be fresh. It'd certainly be fresh. Sammy's getting a lot of the upper hand in this match, though. So, unsure. Hi, Matty and Thomas. Hey, Todd and Sassy. Hope you guys are good. Everyone seems to be good today, which is all good. I'm having a good day. As Moxley locks on the sleeper. He's got the sleeper locked on, trying to put Sammy to sleep, but Sammy's managed to get him into the corner. Exactly the way you break that up, man. The way you break that up. Thomas said something I would love to see if they do it. Early Roman Reigns wins his match. He's celebrating. Then The Rock comes out. Thomas, if that happens at Survivor Series, I imagine you'll pop. I imagine you will pop, my dude. I'm doing much better now just being here. Todd, that's awesome to hear it, man. It's awesome, man. Every week we all get together. We all hang out. We all talk about Dynamite. It's great, man. I love it. As Sammy Guevara is going for a pile driver on the apron. The hardest part of the ring, folks. The hardest part of the ring. And no, Moxley able to get the headbutt. What's he going to do? And brilliant stuff as he is almost bulldog, like a dropping bulldog almost onto Sammy Guevara's face, onto the apron as he spins out of control. He's fantastic, Sammy Guevara. He's such a good seller. Do you know who would be an amazing match? Who would be an awesome match to see? Sammy Guevara and Johnny Gargano. Can you imagine the bloody selling in that match? It would be freaking outstanding. Sammy just died. Yes, he certainly has. Yes, he certainly has. But what cracking facial expressions from Guevara there. In a flare, but can't miss being with my friends. Oh, Sassy, obviously suffering with her illness at the minute, lupus, I believe. Not having a great time. So everyone's saying love to our friend Sassy. So she feels a bit better. 17 people in chat. Hello, everyone. And Joseph, greeting up. Hey up, Joseph. How you doing, mate? Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you in the chat earlier on Dan's awesome interview with Nina Samuels and watch along. Really good stuff. Eve, hello again, says Joseph. Or Sammy versus Ciampa. Joseph, give it to me, man. The trip would be worth it if that happened. I bet it would. But I'm sure you'll have a good time whatever happens, my dude. Just go and enjoy it, man. Enjoy the atmosphere. CM Punk had surgery and Sammy denied asking for release today. Did Sammy ask for his release? Wow. Oh, apparently he denied it. Also, obviously, the denials come in. Oh, superplex from Jon Moxley onto Sammy Guevara, who's selling it like it means something, man. Who's selling it like it means something. I love it. Dan saying hello to Joseph. And Hassan is here as well. Rock and roll. I didn't see his chat on stream. It must have been from early on. That's all cool. Moxley trying to lock him. Guevara trying to lock him into the walls of Jericho at the minute. And he manages to do it. Could that be foreshadowing? No. He turns it round and kicks Sammy Guevara into the turnbuckle. Here we go. Enziguri onto the back of Moxley's head. Wow, what a wedgie on Sammy Guevara right there. As he goes for the springboard cutter, jumping from one rope to the next. Mate, sort out your pants. Sort out your pants. You got a bloody wedgie. Dan, you're more than welcome to join if you're still there, my dude. I hope we see Papa H work with AEW one day. I don't think he will. He seems to be in a very good position right now. And also booking his own creative and doing some great things over at WWE right now. So, yeah. He's got him in the torture rack position, going for the GTH, but Moxley just drags him down with his arm, gets him into the sleeper on the floor. Great stuff. It's something that would really make me would make my night is if Roman Reigns actually lost. I don't think that'll happen at Survivor Series as we get the pounding elbows from Jon Moxley. Sky Blue now has some sort of deal with AEW. Great, man. Great. Good. Going for the lariat, but no. Spanish fly counter from Sammy Guevara. Going for the pin and a kick out there. And a kick out. Beautiful Spanish fly. Nice work as well, going from the lariat into the Spanish fly. This is a good match. Absolutely it is. Sammy's really holding on to the moments when he needs to sell, you know? And while they're not working at this like incredible pace, they're working in the right way in terms of taking the moments when they need to. And that's what I'm really enjoying about this match. Very talented. Chris has joined us. Hey up, Chris. How are you doing, mate? Chris Jericho versus Jon Moxley is the way Chris thinks it's going to go. A lot of big stuff to happen tonight, guys. So let's see what happens. We're going to see who the final is for next week. It's going to be fun. Oh, going for the German suplex, and Sammy just spins 360. Great stuff. And Mascara Dorada will be on AEW programming soon. Joseph, educate me. Who's Mascara Dorada? Ty Mella and Anna Jay coming down to the ring now. Oh, is this going to be the thing that cost Jon Moxley? Anna Jay wanting to go face-to-face with Jon Moxley, throwing the coat into the ring there as Ty Mella gets up behind Jon Moxley and delivers a low blow. A low blow. Does look like she just booted his coccyx, I have to say. And Sammy Guevara going for the roll-up. And a kick out from Jon Moxley. The fans can't believe it. Ty Mella can't believe it. Brandon Cutler and Pat Buck have been cleared off suspension. Absolutely. That's one of the big stories coming out of 2 weeks ago Brawl that everyone's still raving about. The people that were involved in trying to break up the fight have all been unsuspended. So it does seem that the investigation is happening. Oh, beautiful Senton Atomico. The way that it just like delivers it with intent. And again, them pants, man, wedgie. And a kick out from Sammy Guevara. Great match to start off this Dynamite, guys. Also cleared are the Elite and Ace Steel. I didn't see that the Elite had been cleared. And CM Punk, I didn't see that any of them had been cleared. Is that new that I've completely missed? Dorado is a former Grand Metalik, since you asked. Thank you, Joseph, man. Yeah, Grand Metalik was a great talent, man, a wonderful luchador wrestler. One of the things with WWE and luchador wrestlers is they don't really let them like fight in a proper luchador style, in a traditional luchador style. They don't let them go sort of crazy. But I've seen some of Dorado's stuff in New Japan that he's done, and it's been great, man. So, yeah, it'd be cool if he is in AEW at some point. Although I don't know if we need anyone as well. Sammy getting him on top. He's going for it. No, he's going for the GTA, but he misses it. And Moxley beautifully transitions it into a Death Rider. The paradigm shift gets Moxley the win. Great, man. What a great transition that was. Loved it. Sassy, anticlimactic. What was that about? What was that about, Joseph? What was anticlimactic, my dude? Mox wins, says Todd. He absolutely does. Let's see what you guys saw in chat. In that poll right there, it ended up 82% of people said that Jon Moxley was going to win. Two of you, I think, said that Sammy Guevara was going to win. Interesting. I suppose the reason you put Jericho and Bryan Danielson at the end is because that one's a little less clear, isn't it? It's a little less clear because it could go either way with that for Moxley. Like, I don't know how Moxley and Danielson will work with them both being massive faces at the minute. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think AEW aren't afraid to do it for sure. So it'd be interesting to see. Jox wins it in style. He absolutely did. Jericho won't be happy. It was a typo. Punk and the Elite are still suspended. That's all good. Yes, Punk and CM Punk and the Elite are still suspended, and no one knows the what's happening. MJF is making a scene in the back. It's good to have MJF back. Moxley getting the win there as we fade to black. What? Oh, okay. It must be advert time. Mox wins it in style. Jericho won't be happy. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. It's like we're getting this match that we had on pay-per-view earlier this month, Danielson versus Jericho, and Jericho obviously winning that match, much to people's disdain. I thought it was fine. I thought it was. I didn't mind Jericho winning it, to be honest. I thought it was a good match. A decent match. It's hard, man, because that Acclaimed match was great, wasn't it? I keep thinking about that match. I need to go back and watch it again because that was excellent, man. Excellent work done by all the teams. My beard is getting massive. And check this out. Where's my... I have the longest grey hairs ever. Like, there's these weird, like, whiskers. Oh, I can't find it. Hang on. Oh, I can't even do it like that. I can't even look at it and do it. Oh, grab it. There we go. Check out that, man. I'm like a wizard. I'm a wizard, Harry. Sammy did look good. He certainly did, man. He certainly did. Sammy is a real talent, and that was a step up for Sammy. The nice thing about it was that they didn't do anything like spectacular and massive, but he really took his moments to sell. And working with someone like Jon Moxley, he's gonna help encourage them moments, you know. And because Moxley's got so much experience. So, yeah, I thought that was great for Sammy. Really good match. Really enjoyed it. Guys, we have 14 people in. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. You all rock. If you could hit the thumbs up button, it really helps me out. We're only a little podcast. And if you haven't already seen it, we did a Wrestling with Disabilities live stream yesterday. We had 4 people on, all with cerebral palsy, including Dom from the podcast. And we had a really good chat about stuff. So do go and check that out. I'm really proud of that podcast, actually. And I think it's doing good stuff. So I think I'd like to do more of it. And I think that a lot of you guys that joined us yesterday would like to see more. But it's absolutely it was done as a live stream, but I didn't go through comments until the very end. It's absolutely a podcast that you can watch at any time. And hopefully you find some inspiration and positivity out of it, because that's what it's all about, isn't it, right? That's what it's all about. Be right back. Gonna look for a snack. That's all, dude. Cool, dude. You make sure you tell us what snack you got when you come back. You make sure you tell us what snack you got. I want a snack. Sonny Kiss, possible heel turn and upgrade to Rampage. Yes, well, Sonny Kiss turned heel a couple of weeks ago, didn't she? She joined that faction. What are they called? The one with the big Brock Lesnar looking dude. Oh, man. It's out of my head. There was in the tournament. She joined them. For a while before that. So, yeah, I think that's great. Someone will come up with it in chat. Love Mox lifting other wrestlers, especially the youth. Absolutely, man. And Sammy's got years, as long as he don't kill himself. Sammy's got years to go. So hopefully he'll learn from it. As MJF comes out, apparently a ruckus has been happening in the back, we've been told. So what is MJF? Nah. He don't want his music playing. Coming out on fire. Oh, yes. MJF is a heel. MJF is a heel. Telling Albany to keep their fat mouth shut. MJF speaks happening right now, guys. Let's put it on there. The Trustbusters. Thank you, Matty D. That was what they were called. The Trustbusters is who Sonny Kiss has joined. Love Mox lifting other wrestlers. Absolutely. MJF telling everyone to shut up. Riling that crowd up. You have the look of a man who had no fear, and that pisses MJF off. Do you see a podium in the ring? Saying MJF. Yeah, of course. They had the podium and all that sort of stuff the first time Moxley and MJF met 2 years ago. MJF doesn't play a character. You are, he's saying to Jon Moxley. Wow. Wow. MJF cutting a mean promo on Jon Moxley, calling him out, saying he's just a character. Oh, calling out Moxley's book here. Oh, MJF going into Moxley's childhood, saying he was raised much the same as all these people, uneducated, poor. And the crowd cheer it. Yay. You got bullied, bringing up Moxley's bullying, telling the cameraman to get in the corner. So good. Bringing up the fact that Moxley got his bicycle stolen. And again, bringing up the fact that Mox is a character. Deep down, you that scared little boy from the slums of Cincinnati. Jeff, there's no slums in Cincinnati, is there, brother? Probably. Oh, wow. Bringing up his alcohol addiction. This is a fire promo. Of course it is. It's MJF bloody delivering it. Wow. Talking about him getting over his addiction now. You defeated your disease, but here's the problem. What's the problem? My brain is far more dangerous than your disease. MJF, man. Bad things happen when people get in MJF's way. What's he done? Something happened backstage. Amazing. Again, Mox was supposed to be on vacation, and here he is, still carrying AEW. Talking about him winning his AEW World title. Saying it is his title. Love the Mox mic drop on MJF. Yeah, man, it was great. It was a great promo last week. He told a story about a demon when he come back from rehab. I'm back. Don't know what snack I want, man. Good. The demon told him that he was going to take everything away from him. And if you do not tread lightly, you will find out I am that demon. Loving these promos, guys. AEW. Fire promos. I saw Kevin Owens promo as well. That was wonderful. It feels like if you just open them up a little bit. I mean, they seem to have cut down on the swearing a lot, which I think is a good thing because it's actually really sort of focusing these in as well. All these men come from different walks of life, but all share the same goals. A man who is best friend. A man he's known since he was 19. Saying they've got more element. It's Stokely Hathaway. Okay, cool. So we're getting to see exactly what this was about when they helped him win the chip. Stokely Hathaway there. Ethan Page coming out with him. The Gun Club. Lee Johnson and, of course, Will Morrissey. All coming out. Stokely Hathaway sending kisses to the crowd. Albany may be the capital of New York City, but the New York City is the Mecca, right? Cool, man. Cool, Joseph. Well, the more to New York than New York City. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Of course there is, man. Todd's from New York. Hey, did he beat the crap out of him? I think they beat Jericho and Danielson. Sassy said, "Got pretzels, nice." Nice. I expected this, especially after Mox promo last week. Yeah, man. Stokely Hathaway saying he came down to meet his best friend MJF. Where's MJF gone? This man wanted to quit until he said it's time to get what you want. Jeff saying MJF better keep Cincinnati out of his mouth. Getting the heat with Jeff. You know it's going to be fire next time he's down there, don't you? Asshole chants from the crowd to Stokely. When MJF doesn't need us, we will go our separate ways. What's he admitting on for the first time on national television? Tell us, Stokely. He's not a publicist. He's a friend. He's just a friend. Good promo. I don't really get where it's going. How did he infiltrate the system? Why is Ethan Page? Stokely saying is the master manipulator. The juicier the gossip, the more power you have. Blackmail turns Stokely on. Morrissey, what's Morrissey doing? You know what? Morrissey wants to do whatever he wants. It seems like Morrissey is signed with AEW. Saying I love you to Morrissey, giving him a cuddle. I reckon they had him for the ladder match until they decided what they were doing for the. I love you too, says Morrissey to Stokely. Lee Moriarty. Lee Moriarty, time for him to become a star? Absolutely. Oh, going after the Ring of Honor Pure Championship by the sounds of it. The Guns, obviously, getting a chant of ass boys straight away. Them two playing it up, man. Not boys, the men. Ass boys. No longer walking in the shadow of the daddy. You may not take them seriously, but you will. Guys, the Acclaimed and them are going to have a great feud going on. Like when the Acclaimed have the championship. Ethan Page getting a round of applause from the audience. A lot of respect there for Ethan Page. He wants to represent his country of Canada. Obviously, got that big Canadian show coming out. And he wants to win the All Atlantic Championship off Pac. There we go. There's a match for the Canadian show. The Firm, Stokely confirming that they are the Firm. Either run with us or run from us. Okay. Didn't really tell us much, did it? I mean, yeah, it told us something, I guess. I don't know. I just feel there was a lot of information in that which didn't really work for me, especially coming out just after MJF as well with this sort of fire direct promo, and that one felt like it was going everywhere. Stokely was MJF's manager and a mentor in the Indies. Thank you, Sassy, for that info. You go, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff's ready to kick MJF's ass. Todd, what is the Gun Club wearing? Those pants are too much. Well, they're better than Butterfly G's cowboy wear. He's never going to live that down, is he? He's never going to live that down, then Butterfly Jeans. Jungle Boy talking about what happened at All Out. He signed an open contract. And Jay Lethal answered it. I did see this before the show. True dat, says Todd. Here we go. Emphasizing the boy. It should be a good match, man. Jay Lethal and Jungle Boy. It depends how well Jungle Boy's feeling. Chokeslammed you right into hell. A reference to Kane there. Lovely stuff, man. Because there's a lot of similarities. Well, he wears masks. He's a beast and he's got fire on his entrance. What's up, my guy? Shadow Scorpio. Welcome to the channel, mate. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm good. How are you doing? Just enjoying some Dynamite, man. Hey, Shadow, says Todd. Gun Club reminds me of Saturday Night Live. Yeah, man. Yeah. Saturday Night Live, guys, night at the Roxbury. I haven't seen it, man. I haven't seen it. I found Cheeto Puffs. Nice. Michael has his snack. Good choice. Please like and subscribe. Absolutely. Guys, this could be a really good match. Let's get a poll up. Let's find out who you think is going to win. Is it going to be Jungle Boy or is it going to be Jay Lethal? Good for Jay Lethal, man. He seems to be getting a lot of time on TV. He just needs some wins, doesn't he? A vote. Hassan, it's on, my dude. It's on. It's all ready for you there. You go vote. Vote and let us know who you think is going to win this match between Jungle Boy and Jay Lethal. As Jay Lethal's Macho Man music starts playing, baby. There we go. Oh, yeah. Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh accompanying Jay Lethal. Interesting, because they never paid off the Wardlow with the powerbomb thing. Again, we was talking to Dan last week when he joined us, and he was talking about how they probably rehearsed it and it just didn't work. Jay Lethal getting that win over Dax Harwood in that match. It didn't live up to expectation, actually. I don't think it was terrible exactly. There's just been so many mid-card heel factions that go nowhere. It's hard to take them seriously. Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel like actions speak louder than words sometimes as well, Jeff. And I think it could have been nice to have seen something backstage or one of them have a fight and all of them help or something like that. I think that's how I would have booked it personally, especially after a Fire MJF promo that's so directional, you know. Certainly heading into Moxley, aren't they? MJF and Moxley. I think that's. I think it's fair to say that's where it's going, guys. Jungle Boy and Jay Lethal locking up now with 20 minutes from the first hour. What is taped up? Oh, Jungle Boy's back is taped up. Oh, Jay Lethal patting him on the head as Jungle Boy delivers a slap to Lethal, going under and delivering a forearm. Agreed, Jeff. Now House of Black are down. Well, Malachi's gone. But does that mean House of Black are down? I don't know. I think there's still a lot of potential there, especially with Buddy Murphy and Brody King, and I think you can bring someone else through to it. And Todd says Dark Order is MIA. Absolutely. And I think there's something you can do with them too as well, actually. I think you can have someone from Dark Order join House of Black. I think that'd be great. Someone like 10 or even Evil Uno joining House of Black could be an interesting direction, and have a feud between them two for a bit. There we go. Story. That's what we need, you know? I don't think you should just kill off House of Black just because Malachi's Black left. You need to explain what Brody King's doing and what Buddy Matthews are doing, you know? Jamel has joined us. Hey up, Jamel. How you doing, mate? Thank you so much for joining us. Jungle Life. I'm living in the open. Own my own like Tarzan boy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Malachi has not gone. He's got a conditional release. Absolutely. Yeah, he has. He has. Jungle Boy going for the slide onto Jay Lethal, but Satnam Singh is stood there. His head is nearly reaching the top of the ring ropes already. Go on, Jungle Boy. Just jump on top of him. Oh, and he's going to the top. But Jay Lethal is coming round, and Sonjay Dutt as well. Wow. Julia will lead the House of Black. She's the best talker. Julia's so young, but she's so good. She's such a good performer. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. I'd be down with it. I just don't think House of Black should go just because Malachi's gone. It'd be nice to get some answers to stuff like that as well. Like, you think, oh, the spine of Jungle Boy landing on the back of the turnbuckle. Great spot. Hi, Jamel. Hola, mi amigos, says Jamel. And yes, folks, Singh is that big. Yeah, man, he's massive. He's enormous. As Jay Lethal is chilling out in the ring. Hello. Hi, Jamel. How are you doing, my dude? How are you doing? Guys, if you could hit that like button, it really helps us out. If you're on an ad break, go get yourself a drink. Go chill out. It's all good. That is painful for Jungle Boy. It certainly is. That lady in the crowd's giving Jungle Boy the bedroom eyes. I've missed the bedroom eyes. I have to keep an eye out for that, my dude. Bedroom eyes. It's not his sister, is it? Malachi may come back in time. Elite have been rumored to try and squash Hobb. What? Powerhouse Hobbs? Really? House of Black? Oh, I hope not. That'd be bad. Matty D, whenever I think of Jay Lethal, I always think of that promo between him and Ric Flair when Lethal was imitating him. It was awesome. Yeah, man, Jay Lethal's a serious talent. I was really excited when he come in, and it has been a slow build to him. But he certainly feels mid-card at the minute, but not necessarily high mid-card, and I kind of want him in that high mid-card, you know, going up against the champion, giving them a great match one week. You know, I think that would be a great place for Lethal, personally. Satnam Singh has a unusual forehead, I'd assume that is. He's got a big forehead. I'm sure he gets that a lot, Jungle Boy. Yeah, man. Well, he's dating Anna Jay, isn't he? He's dating Anna Jay. I'm sure he's happy about that. I'm sure he's happy with Anna. Good lad. Jay Lethal beating off again, targeting that back with the back tape, using his claws on the side of Jungle Boy's back. Very good. He looks like a character in Lord of the Rings, but has a great presence. Yes, he does, man. Yes, he does. What to all of SCU? I assume what's happened to all of SCU? We haven't seen Frankie Kazarian for a long time. Daniels has been doing a lot of work backstage, obviously being part of what broke up the fight between Punk and the Elite as well, getting suspended, and just this week getting unsuspended. So investigations are happening into that, guys. Christopher Daniels has also been working in other companies as well. So good for him, man. Good for him. And then Ethan Page is currently with Stokely Hathaway's faction, going after the All Atlantic Championship, going against Pac at the Canadian show, I'm going to assume. I think that makes a lot of sense. And Frankie Kazarian, we've just not seen for a while. I don't know what he's doing. I found a high school picture of Satnam Singh. Really, it's a striking resemblance. Is it? Well, it's the same person, so it will be. Sound should come back. Sound. At Tokyo Game Show this week. Kenny Omega is at Tokyo Game Show as well. That's going to be interesting, isn't it? Oh, the Easter Island face is a resemblance of Satnam Singh. Easter Island head. As if that's the actual emoji. I didn't know they had an Easter Island emoji. SCU should come back. So fire for a while. Nothing unusual about Satnam Singh. No, he's just a giant dude. A giant dude. I'm glad they've got Morrissey in the company. I really thought WWE would benefit from picking him up, but now they've got Braun Strowman back. Morrissey is one of them guys that he didn't have the personality in WWE, and that's why they put him with Enzo, and it worked. It absolutely worked. I thought it was a really good act, actually, until all the sort of shit kicked off, I guess. And Morrissey seemed to be, I don't know his personal life, but it seems like after he broke up with Carmella, you can't lift him up because of his back giving up. Good story, man. After that broke up, it seemed like he was in a really dark place himself. So going for the lethal injection, but Jungle Boy going back with a clothesline, turning Jay Lethal inside out, lifting up Jay Lethal, sending him down with a sheer drop brainbuster. 1, 2, and a kick out. There we go. Little bit of a good comeback there from Jungle Boy. So what was we talking about? Sorry, I forgot. Oh yeah, Morrissey. So I thought like it makes sense because that Omos guy just doesn't work, guys. They need a good giant, and Morrissey was a decent worker. He was all right. And I think for AEW to pick him up and keep him, I think is actually a benefit to them. A really good idea. As Russian leg sweep off the rope. I love a Russian leg sweep off the rope, but you can't really sweep a foot off the rope, can you? So should be called something different. Jay. Yeah, Jungle Boy's doing all right. He's doing all right, man. He's doing all right. His eyebrows has muscles. They certainly do. They're strong eyebrows on Satnam Singh, that's for sure. Please like and subscribe. Also check out our interviews on Soundsphere. Thank you so much, Sassy. Thank you. Our moderator, Sassy, hanging out in chat, keeping things all cool, doing a great job. Morrissey is a weird case due to the Enzo thing, but he and Lexi make a nice couple. Lexi who, Joseph? I don't know who he's with. I just hope he's in a good place. I know he had an anxiety attack at one point in the ring, didn't he? Oh, lethal combination. The backbreaker into the face plant. Beautiful stuff there from Jay Lethal. Running to the ropes and going for the dive onto Jungle Boy. Tope Suicida putting Jungle Boy back down. Lay the smackdown on your punk ass has joined us. Hey, hello. How are you doing? Lovely to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Going for that big elbow drop from Jay Lethal. 1, 2, and a kick out, baby. Morrissey was not feeling the Stokely love. No, he wasn't. There was cuddle that he didn't want. I seen your videos. You did interviews with wrestlers. Yeah, I know we've done a lot of interviews with wrestlers. We did. I've just did an interview with Thunder Rosa a week or two ago, which was one of the first interviews she'd done since having the injury. So I was privileged to do that. And we've got loads of interviews on the channel with Street Profits. I did an interview with Rosemary a few years ago. It was fun. Deonna Purrazzo. We've got Drew McIntyre interviews, Charlotte Flair, check it out, man. We've got a whole interview playlist if that's your bag, baby. Going for the roll up, but Jungle Boy kicking out, managing to get the heat in this match, man. Towards the end, I thought while the story of the back was good at the beginning and setting it up, I suppose it's just stakes. It doesn't feel like there's much stakes in this match. Got the choke on Jungle Boy, and he's tapping out. Good lad. The snare trap he calls that, doesn't he? Good lad, Jungle Boy. Come on, let's get Luchasaurus out. Morrissey has a great interview with Renee Paquette about his fall from wrestling and return. Yeah, good. Renee Paquette does some wonderful interviews. Okay, I love to see Morrissey and Wardlow. Could be epic. Absolutely, man. I mean, there's a lot of potential with a big guy like Morrissey, for sure. Lexi Nair is DDP's stepdaughter. Cool, man. Cool. I didn't know that. Oh, so that's who he's dating now. Rock and roll. Had seizures from withdrawal, right? That's what happened on the Indies to Morrissey. Well, hopefully he's better now, man. Hopefully he's better now. Hey, lay the smackdown on your punk ass. That is, that's cool. That's all good, man. That move is the snare trap. It certainly is. Yeah, I got there in the end. Oh, we're getting a hook training montage. Boom, 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 boom. Of course, because he's the guy that came into the ring in it on. Was that the All Out pre-show? Training hook. Daddy Magic. Angelo is back. Man, that Arthur Ashe show is going to be great. Hook is on it as well, and they're going to go mental for him. Next week, be ready, he says. He looks $1 million, man. I want to hear about the Big Show being the king of heel turns. The Big Show. Yeah, man. He's always turning heel. He always does it. Luigi Primo. Ethan Page just beating him up. Saying he takes the job seriously, and then Danhausen comes out. This is extremely fitting, says Ethan Page. Danhausen versus Ethan Page this Friday. I think Danhausen just realized he has been referred to as the jester. Jay Lethal taps out. Yeah, man. Good show. Good show. Okay. Would Hook need any training? After all, his dad is Taz. Yeah, man. No, I mean, but he looks $1 million, doesn't he? He's got all the charisma in the world, Todd. It's going to be a big, big moment next week when he's in New York. Hook is a man of few words. He absolutely is. Guys, I'm just going to go to the toilet and make a new cup of tea. I think I'll make a cup of tea. I will be back in a second. Hope you can stay with us. And if you are like the video, it'd be awesome to hear. And do I have a question for you all? Sassy will come up with an awesome question for you all in chat. Putting it on my mate Sassy. Thanks, Mod. Best mod in the world, as well as Jack. I don't have favorites. Guys, I'll see you in a second. Oh, what am I missing? What am I missing? Hello, I'm back. It looks like we've got Powerhouse Hobbs in action against a jobber by the look of it. I wonder if we're going to get some story coming out of this. I really hope so. I don't feel like they're using the time as they should be. It's done. There we go. I've changed banner. Powerhouse Hobbs versus. It's done. End of the match. Powerhouse Hobbs gets the quick squash win there. There's no vote, guys. There's no vote. There can't be a vote when Powerhouse Hobbs wins so bloody quickly. Jungle Boy got the votes for the poll, the last poll. Quite close, though. 62% of you actually saying Jungle Boy was going to win. Jay Lethal on 37%. Great. Right, let's see what's going to happen with Powerhouse Hobbs now. Is Ricky Starks going to come out, or are we going to move on from that? Kind of want him to move on. I kind of want him to push both guys. But the crowd want Ricky. And they're holding on to it. Oh, he's bleeding. He's bleeding. All Out, he defeated Ricky Starks. He did. Hook doesn't speak much, as you know. No, he doesn't. Spent 21 months in the ring with Ricky grinding, but All Out. It only took 4 minutes playing on the squash. And in that squash match, you bled everywhere, Powerhouse Hobbs. Mate. Oh, teeth, man. Oh. Starting a new chapter in the book of Hobbs. I want to see him go after Wardlow, man. But Ricky Starks is coming down. So we are carrying that. Looks like we're going to get a best of 3 at least. And the crowd are on their feet for him, man. The crowd are on their feet for him. I love Ricky Starks. I love Powerhouse Hobbs as well. I think they're great. Action hook, indeed, man. It was proper Rocky Balboa. I think Marvez, it was the most animated I've ever seen him while introducing that random pizza guy jobber. Yeah, he's a guy on the indies that's like known. I saw Jim Cornette talking about him. Security tried to stop Ricky Starks, but don't stop him now as he goes in to fight Hobbs with all the fire. Oh, he hits him over the head with a microphone. And sends Powerhouse Hobbs back. As the two look up at each other. We're getting it again. Bow, bow. I'm cool with that, man. Get Ricky's win back, baby. At Ash Stadium next week. Great camera shot there, cameraman. And another great camera shot. The camera work in AEW has been great. Yeah, man. Ricky starts getting fired up. Let's see that again, man. Let's see that. I'm cool with it. I mean, I do kind of want him to move on, but I'm cool with it. Love to see Hook and Swerve or Sparks again. Yeah, man, that'd be good. Who feels CM Punk should be fired? Oh, interesting, Sassy. Oh, Sassy hitting with the big questions. Oh, didn't expect that question. Can't wait to read your replies. What happened to CM Punk? He's been suspended. They're currently investigating what happened with the backstage brawl and potentially who instigated it. Could be a long suspension for one of them. We don't know what happened for sure. That's why they're investigating it. Rumor has it that CM Punk was the person that hit the first shot, should we say? So rumor has it this week it was to the back of Matt Jackson's head. So we'll see, man. He is due to be out 6 to 9 months. Absolutely, with injury. He is due to be out anyway. He is injury prone. Right, yeah, man. He was involved in a backstage brawl with the Elite and pipe bombed All Out media scrummed. He absolutely did. Yeah, everyone's talked to him. He is injury prone. He is. Powerhouse looking strong and now the victim. Indeed. Cool, says Hassan. Hobbs just destroyed some local jobber. He absolutely did. Jeff. That's what we missed. As the banner says. I didn't get his name. Okay, Hobbs and Wardlow. Lol. Yeah, man, I'd be down with it. Starks needs to win this feud. Yeah, well, he'll win the next match. Whether he'll win the feud or not, I don't know. I think it'll go 3 if we're going to do it. I guess the security only enforce limits when someone's approaching the ring, But once you make it into the ring, anything goes. Yeah, they went okay after he got in the ring, didn't they? Who are we getting? Who are we getting? Swerve Strickland coming out now. Certainly laying into Swerve as the heel. And Keith Lee getting a cheer. Interesting dynamic here with the sort of heel and potential face of Keith Lee. I would love to see Keith Lee as a heel, though, as well. Interesting. Vote, please. Absolutely. What is it? What is it? Who is it? Who wins? Oh, right. So it is a title match as well. Swerve and Our Glory versus the Lucha Bros. Guys, awesome. What a match to be getting. What a match to not advertise as well. Like, yeah, this would be a good one to have said this was happening for sure. Especially seeing these guys work at All Out, which was outstanding. Awesome. Obviously, next week we have the winners of this match going on to face the Acclaimed. I agree with Sassy. Punks needs to be fired. Interesting. I wouldn't say no. I think like if you're gonna set an example, like that's the guy you set an example with. Well, I think CM Punk should stay. It would be best for AEW. That's the other side of it. Like it would be better for AEW. It would be better for the business if CM Punk stayed. It's a really difficult situation. This isn't just a small fight between people backstage. This was a fight between three of the VPs of the company and one of the biggest talents in the world. There's no easy answer, man. Beautiful handstand into the back of Swerve. Beautiful stuff as he sends him into the ropes, goes for the kick and taps in Ray Phoenix. We're going to see some flying. We're going to see some flying with a beautiful drop kick. How does your body move like that, man? Keith Lee showing respect there to Phoenix as they deliver the Casadora. Nice. Swerve has great potential as a heel. He absolutely does. He absolutely does. Even with his attitude towards locker room and disrespecting Tony Khan. Yeah, man. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, says Todd. Yeah. If I popped off at my job the way Punk did at his, I'd be fired. Really good point from Jeff. Yeah, really good point from Jeff. I think the biggest problem with AEW seems to be stemming from backstage politics right now, and they need to be resolved. And if that means that you've got to cut some of your biggest guys, then maybe that's the right thing to do. I don't know the answer. I mean, I think his injury is a benefit because it means even if you are going to keep him, you can keep him away for a while and try and get that roster back together, united. As Phoenix and Keith Lee are going at it in the ring now. Agree. This is still a job. Absolutely. And you can't do that to people. He's a counter backstage to everyone in the locker and even Tony. And there we go. Interesting. But he is also one of the biggest stars in the world who gets a lot of eyes on the company. But I agree. I think it'd be great to see AEW as a united roster again. And it's never going to be. There's never going to not be issues. There's never not issues at work, especially when you're all fighting for TV time and stuff like that. Penta going to the top and delivering the double stomp to Keith Lee's backside. Great reaction there from Keith Lee. I feel like my tea bags might be out of date, guys. I've had some proper assy tasting tea. I'll check that after this match. True, but CM Punk is special, and at times more pro sports people get away with more than what Punk did. Yeah, they do. But is that right as well? Maybe they shouldn't. Maybe AEW should be the company that says no, enough's enough. Also feel that new leadership among wrestlers get rid of EVPs. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, get rid of the title. I don't necessarily think get rid of the wrestlers, but certainly get rid of the title. I think that'd be fair. Yeah, don't get me wrong, a great talent in the ring and on the mic, but as a person, not so great in my opinion. Yeah. I suppose we don't really know him as a person, really. We hear stuff, but we don't really know. I think Punk's got a lot of great views, you know. Phoenix going to the legs of Keith Lee, trying to chop down the giant that he is. True, Todd, but still needs to respect authority. Yeah. It's interesting, man. I think William Regal should take the reins and run AEW. I think that's great. I think give William Regal more power backstage to sort of to keep everyone in check, keep the lads in check. You know, I think that's what they need right now. Uppercut to the back of the shoulder blades of Rey Fenix as he does a zero mirror, but puts his hands down his pants. Swerve leaning into that heel, baby. Next week's match is going to be fire. Next week's card will be amazing, won't it? We've got that massive tag match. We've got the world title being crowned. And I think that tag match will be the show stealer. I think it's going to be great. The crowd are ready for it, man. Lifting up Phoenix for a gory special. Oh, wrenching at his arms and clasping his hands together to get full extension on the back of Rey Fenix as they come back from an ad break. Well, you always knew Punk was a loose cannon. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Phoenix trying to fight out of it. Regal definitely needs a backstage. Yeah, man. It was Todd that first mentioned that, and I think it's a great idea. Lovely interception there from Swerve, stopping Rey Fenix from getting a tag onto onto Penta. Looks great, man. He goes with a back heel kick, knocking Swerve, and Penta comes in for the tag. A sling blade straight away, running the ropes. Penta's amazing, man. Being sent into the ropes now, going over the top, and a great backstabber. Keith Lee's had enough. He's just coming in himself, but it's Rick Knox, so no one cares. Another sling blade for Keith Lee. Come on, Knox. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. Swerve going to the top. But Penta able to grab his arm, man. Catching him and delivering a super kick. Phoenix taking out Keith Lee. No, not taking out Keith Lee. He catches him. Penta goes for the pin, but Keith Lee just throws Phoenix onto them. Great stuff, man. It feels like anytime the Lucha Bros are in the ring, innovation is happening. Innovation is happening. That brilliant spot a few weeks ago where the mask was tied to the turnbuckle and he had to take the mask off to save his partner in a match that they lost, in a nothing match. It feels like they're constantly reinventing. Oh, an E-Pack. Oh, interesting. Fear Factor attempt there from Penta as a massive right hand. Penta sold it great as well, spitting into the air. Keith Lee putting him down. Saying again to Rey Fenix, oh, before dropping him on a backbreaker, catching the crossbody, and a massive headbutt for Penta. Man, Keith Lee even leaning into this heel, man. Tony Khan should focus on Ring of Honor. He definitely should get that out, get that going, and have it as a product. So there's more stuff happening. Penta trying to attack Keith Lee as he's got Phoenix on his shoulders. Thrust kick, sending him down. Phoenix now attacking Swerve, going up to the top. Oh! Spanish fly from the top rope. Beautiful stuff. As Penta just goes and uses a step up to deliver a Canadian Destroyer to Keith Lee. Brilliant stuff, man. Wow. And the crowd are on their feet for it. Even with no sort of story going into this, like the match is just so good. The Lucha Bros, one of my favorite tag teams in the world, without a doubt. Phenomenal. Backstage role, yeah. I agree, Sassy. I told Ant exactly that. Yeah, exactly. If he focuses on Ring of Honor, he can do more things with more people. A Swerve sends Phoenix crashing down. Keith Lee with the Glory Bomb, is that called? And gets the pin on Penta. Keith Lee and Swerve going to Arthur Ashe Stadium to face the Acclaimed. Absolutely the right decision. And I'm hoping the Acclaimed come out now. Yo, listen. I'm going to go to bed. Got work tomorrow and going to get pretty tired. Good night. Good night, Michael. Here they come. The acclaimed. What is the rap going to say? Cut my music. No, we want a rap. We want a rap. They're saving it for next week. Yo. Listen. We do have an interview with him on the channel. Do check it out, guys. You don't want me to rap again? I'm going to beat your ass, he's saying to Swerve. Nut hugging every famous person that Swerve knows. Oh, it's the right time for the acclaimed, isn't it? Make a big deal of them. They've done great work. Dynamite Grand Slam next week. Everyone loves the acclaimed. Sesame Daddy, he says to Billy Gunn. Great. That should open next week's show. And that is next week, guys, is going to be fire. What am I working? Let me have a look what I'm working. I need to watch that show. I'm back in season now, guys. So it's like, can I figure it out? How busy am I going to be on the Thursday? And I will always do my best to do this. The 21st and 22nd, 5:30 until 10:30 p.m. For Glenmore. Okay, cool. We should be okay to do next week. Awesome. Bump in the road, says Pack. You've forgotten who Death Triangle are, so remind me to remind you. They are the AEW Trios champions. First ever double champion, Pack saying. Oh, before being laid out in a punch. Oh, it was a weak punch, sir. It was Orange Cassidy. Of course it was a weak punch. Lazy. Double champion. Not for long. Going for the All Atlantic Championship as Pac selling that he's been knocked out. Have a good weekend, says Sassy. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Hold on. Knox enforcing rules. Everybody in AEW is stepping up during these trying times. Yes, they are, Jeff. Yes, they are. Also, Mox has to sign his contracts. Yeah, man. Yeah, he does. The acclaimed are over. Yeah, man, they absolutely are, and it's absolutely the right time. I'm gonna go check if these tea bags are out of date because I feel like I'm drinking out of date tea. Not that I know how that's possible, but these teas are so sweet. No, to confirm, I've not been drinking out of date tea. Oh, banging. Yes, they're not. It's not out of date tea. It goes off in November. That'll teach me to buy such a massive bag of tea bags. But I do like tea. I tend to drink tea here. I don't know why. It's got caffeine in it, but I just feel like I'll get to sleep after the show because I've got work in a few hours. You know what's hilarious? There's no way Billy Gunn was supposed to be with the acclaim this long, and then Sesame Daddy ass went nuclear. Yeah, man. And it's great, isn't it? And you know what, as well, the acclaimed, I think they're going to take them titles next week, and I think that they're going to have a wonderful feud with the Gun Club carried on. I think that's going to carry on, and I think that's great for both teams. You're making new stars in AEW, and I think that's fantastic. So he'll move there by Cassidy. Yeah, man, absolutely laying out Pac with that orange punch. WWE is going to make Damage Control the female bloodline, says Chris Leclerc. Well, some real talent in Damage Control, so I absolutely can see why they would do that. Hope Baker and Jamie fight soon. Great point, Sassy. And I think that's what we're going to see in the... Swerve and Our Glory got the most votes in the last poll. I think that's what we're going to see tonight, actually. I think it's going to be the story of who wins. Oh, it's Toni Storm and... Who's Toni Storm fighting with? I'm going to have to look. Athena, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, almost like they're building up to these tag championships, eh? And Britt Baker and Serena Deeb. So not Jamie Hayter. So that's going to play off in this match, isn't it? Should be good. Should be good. Let us know who you think is going to win. Hi, Chris. Cool, says Hassan. Yeah, man, you got a poll. You got a poll before the match is even happening, my dude. You must be happy about that. Go vote. Let me know who you think is going to win. I'll count up the early votes in a second and add that to there. I'm done. Cool. Great. Drinking chai tea. Yeah. Oh, nice. Chai tea. I'm drinking Yorkshire tea because I'm from Yorkshire. That's what we do. I'm a tea break. Oh, Britt Baker backstage as Jamie Hayter walking off. So they are reminding us about that. Toni Storm saying that they're going to enjoy this, but you two not so much. Guys, why didn't they build this up a little bit after Toni Storm's match last week? Wouldn't that have made sense? Just have Baker come out with Serena Deeb join him instead of Jamie Hayter. Story build, everything it needs, Like, come on, guys. It angered me so much. Acclaimed to totally taking those belts at Grand Slam. Yeah, man. I think it's great as well. Who just thought the Acclaimed would be tag team champs in AEW within a couple of years, and they've done great stuff. Serena Deeb looking $1 million. The Professor as DMD coming out as well. I keep picking who I want to win, but they keep losing. That's all good. There's always we very rarely have 100% vote. Very rarely have 100% vote. Britt Baker looking $1 million. Make it short. Make it a short, sweet. Toni Storm team wins, says Chris Leclerc. You've got a lot of talent in the ring here. You know me. I love watching a good women's match, and this has got potential. So, and best investment, an electrical teapot. Ooh, sounds good. Because there's only me that lives here. Like, I don't drink enough to have I love my own. I've got a coffee blender. Blend the beans nice and fresh. I've got a percolator, all that sort of stuff, but I don't use it because I'd have to drink 3 cups of coffee in not long, and I shouldn't do that. Like, I can do that, but I shouldn't do that. Todd is still the people's champion. Yes, and I am the champion as well, and I haven't got my belt back yet. I think Danny's keeping that for himself at the minute. He's afraid of me, but that's all good. I'll get it. And I'll remind him. It'd be nice to see Danny. I've not seen him for a long time, actually. Athena coming out. And Toni Storm getting a great crowd reaction as well. Love Toni Storm. The first time I was introduced to Toni Storm was the Mae Young Classic. And then her early stuff with NXT UK was outstanding. And then watching the stuff in Pro Wrestling Eve was fantastic. Like, I think she's just so good. So good. Such a good wrestler. That hip attack, man. I love Serena. She's so good. She deserves a title. Same for Jamie Hayter. Yeah, Jamie Hayter. We're going to get a great feud between her and Toni Storm, I feel. Nobody's going to get this, but Moxley and Deeb need to form an intergender tag team called the Cincinnati River Rats. Would be so perfect. Well, no, I don't get it, man. But I'd be down with intergender happening a bit more in AEW than it does. It feels like we only get it rarely as a treat. I love the Kenny Omega Rio match with Britt Baker. Was it Britt Baker? No, it was Penelope Ford and Kip Sabian from the Jericho Cruise a couple of years ago. Really good match. Also got hot water. Use it with instant soup, oatmeal, and French press. Lovely, man. Lovely. Jeff, I love it. Jeff Sassy gets the River Rats reference. Ooh, an Akurishi action figure. I've only got a Kenny Omega one. I'd love an Akira Shida one. I'd love a Tony Storm one. I just love Barbies. I just love Barbies, man. And I'd love to have a Darby Allin one as well. That'd be great. Oh, man. Bailey is the only person of Damage Control who is not a champion at the moment. Bailey, I'm sure, will be a champion in the future. Absolutely. Atlantic City, New Jersey. Tony Storm with chops there to Serena Deeb in the corner. Yeah, says Todd. Yeah, she will be champion. She will be champion. Tony Storm picking up Serena Deeb and dropping her with a slam. Athena going up to the top and crossbody onto Serena Deeb. Beautiful stuff. And Athena with a drop kick, absolutely putting a stop to Serena Deeb. There was definitely contact there, wasn't there? Going with a flip before a rolling elbow strike. Picking her up, putting her on her back, and slamming her down with her knees. Double knee strike, man. Serena Deeb looking like she got hurt by that. Britt Baker having a go at Athena. Too clever, though. She's able to get below her quickly. And Serena Deeb attacks a leg. Viciously attacks the leg. And then continues to attack the leg. Oh, I feel like we're going to get a lot of attacks on that leg right now, which is cool. Really, if the Blackpool Combat Club wanted to add a woman down the line, Deeb would be perfect. Absolutely, man. I wish she was doing the 5-minute professor gimmick still. I don't know why she isn't. 5-minute challenge, was it? What a great way to introduce someone, man. You just have that person like go out and beat Serena Deeb, and everyone's like, "Oh, Sky Blue," you know, Anna Jay, anyone that you want to put over in a big way. It's a gimmick to tell the audience this person's important to watch, you know. Serena Deeb with Athena in the corner, shot to the upper there. Serena Deeb with a leg drag to Athena. And here comes DMD. Britt Baker. Half the crowd clapping, half the crowd booing as Athena's struggling with a leg there. DMD chants from the crowd. And even with the Irish whip, Athena can't even run. Her leg's gone, man. Sassy hates the Anna J gimmick. Anna JAS. She's annoying at the minute, isn't she? But that's what she's supposed to be. So she's doing a great job. And Athena absolutely can't run, even from a second Irish whip that Britt Baker delivers to her. Britt Baker stops Toni Storm from coming in. Puts Athena into a left-handed choke before delivering the rolling elbow to her, lifting her over with a butterfly suplex. Yeah, it was a butterfly suplex. I could feel good for calling it right. Yeah, look at me. One day I'll make a proper little commentator. Hits to the back of Athena now with Serena Deeb getting that leg lock in. Commentary seems to be having a really good time right now. Athena trying to chop away out of this leg lock from Serena Deeb. Is she going to be able to get the tag? Is she going to be able to get the tag? Oh, Athena with an enziguri to Serena Deeb, putting it down. Can Britt Baker get the tag? Can Athena? Yes, there we go. Toni Storm and Britt Baker coming in. Shoulder block takedown from Toni Storm. These two would have a good feud, wouldn't they? Oh, beautiful double drop kick there from Toni Storm. Sending Britt Baker up with a running uppercut before the kick to the leg, sending Britt down. Here we go with a hip thrust attack. No, she gets taken out by Serena Deeb. Oh, beautiful DDT as she grabs onto onto Britt Baker, delivers the DDT, but also drop kicks Serena Deeb. Shame we didn't get a better angle of that, man. Because that was nice, innovative. Going for the DDT, but instead Britt Baker's coming back, able to get the sling blade, putting Toni Storm down. Getting a tag on Serena Deeb now. Deeb coming in against Athena again. Oh, man, no. Kind of wanted to see a bit more of them. So Athena's going to get pinned with the leg, I guess. Serena Deeb now and Athena going back with blows. Ember Moon, Irish Whip going to the top. And no, she gets caught into a Gotchagami. I'm not going to do that one. Athena is in that arm lock again. Surely it make more sense to go for a leg lock at this point. Would it not? Oh, Athena lifting up Serena Deeb with that one arm. But no, Serena Deeb gets a roll through. And Athena hits with a double knees. Toni Storm now getting the tag. Can she get the win here? Going up for the crossbody. Serena Deeb now locking in her own leg lock. Nice. Single leg crab. Can Toni Storm make it to the ropes? As Deeb fumbling across the ring to pull her back. Ember Moon with a kick to the chest. And now forearms, but Serena Deeb not letting go. And Britt Baker coming down with a thrust kick of her own, putting down Athena. And a kick to Toni Storm, which missed by a mile. Jackknife, but Athena with a senton to break it up. Nice stuff, man. Athena being sent to the outside along with Britt Baker. Britt, massive throw into the ring steps. We have already seen that tonight, though, in the first match with Sammy Guevara and Jon Moxley. Surprised Knox isn't officiating this one. Well, the amount of run-ins that they've had, yeah, you'd assume he was Jeff. Serena setting Toni Storm up, getting her arms behind her, going for the detox, but Toni Storm trying to go for the German, but Reba has the ref. Britt Baker's got the chair. And Toni Storm goes head first into it. Beautiful sell from Toni Storm as her body goes limp. And Serena Deeb gets the pin on the champion, Toni Storm. Great match. A great match to go ahead. While you do Britt Baker feud, you can have Serena Deeb and Toni Storm go at it as Athena comes and takes them both out. I'm surprised Athena's leg didn't play into the finish more. Last thing we saw her do in the match was that senton, really. Thrust kick from Britt Baker sends down Athena. Giving a bit of time to the women here, which is good. As the beautiful sell of the stomp from Athena. Reba picking up the chair. And here comes Jamie Hayter. Now, what's happening? This is what we want to see. Taking the chair off her. Ooh, saying no to Britt Baker and delivering the attack to Toni Storm. Now to her back. Still pissed off with Britt Baker, though. As Britt Baker's saying sorry. But Britt Baker's taking out Toni Storm herself. Jamie Hayter, chants from the crowd. Managed to really get Jamie Hayter over, haven't they? Britt Baker goes to the back. Good. Woo. Yeah. Story for women. Great. That's what we need. Samoa Joe is going up against Josh Woods on Rampage. If you're into Ring of Honor, you can see a preview of what that's going to look like on Friday. So is it Woods and Neath? I got that right. But I didn't think that was going to happen. Yeah, man. Yeah, you did get it right, Matty. You did get it right, my dude. If you would have given me all the possible outcomes of the match, Deeb getting a pin on Toni Storm would have been the last I predicted. Yeah, but it opens up a lot of story, man. I mean, you can have Deeb and Storm, Britt and Hater, Hater and Storm. There's a lot going on there, and that's good. That's good. That gives me hope, man. It gives me hope. Hater wants them all. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I think the fans want Hater as well, isn't it? It's great to see. It's great to see. I'm sure these Nice Wood shirts are flying off the shelf. I bet Dex has ordered one. Dex has ordered one. Do you hear about Dex? He bought a Taz shirt. Team Taz the week before Starks and Hobbs went at each other. Oh, damn. Penelope Ford against Willow Nightingale. Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin. Cool. That's fun, isn't it? Good for you, Matty. This is what's happening next week, guys. The Grand Slam is happening. World Championship match is happening. Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed. And Toni, a four-way. Toni Storm, Serena Deeb, Athena, and Dr. Britt Baker with the championship on the line. And Pat versus Orange Cassidy. Where's Wardlow on this card? No, they didn't do it. Oh, he's Hook's on Grand Slam. On Rampage. I assume they're filming that at the same show. Cool. Good. We're starting to get a promotion that's advertising a week in advance as well. That's kind of what I like to see. Good for you, Matty. Okay, even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. It certainly is, Todd. It certainly is. I thought the match was decent with the women. I think that the possible outcomes of stuff that's happening going forward is what we needed to see last week, really. You all saw how angry I was with last week, and hopefully we will get some interesting stuff now happening with the ladies in the women's division. Guys, this is our main event coming up. It is going to be Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson. Get your comments. Who do you think is going to win this? Who do you think is going to be facing Moxley in the final? Do you go with the big match of Danielson and Moxley right now? Do you go with that? Or do you have Jericho as the heel going in what would be an easy match to get heel face heat? I don't know. If I was to make a guess, I'd probably say Danielson. Interesting, guys. You guys put down that Toni Storm and Athena was going to win, or the majority of you did. Fairly split anyway at 62%. But the majority of you thinking Toni Storm and Athena was going to win that one. I would have gone for Britt Baker and Deeb just because of I thought Britt Baker would have got the win, but just because of the possible storylines that come out of it. It wasn't for a title. It wasn't for anything important, you know? Who wins? Guys, the big one, the main event. Chris Jericho or Bryan Danielson? I want to hear who you think is going to win this match. And I'm glad that they put this match on last because I think that the Moxley one was easier to predict, especially with all the stuff they've had building up to Moxley and MJF. So write down who you think is going to win. Great card, says Sassy. Next week is going to be a good show. You know where you can watch it. You know who you... Well, you can't watch it here, but you can come hang out with me. You can watch it on your telly. Or on Fight or something like that. But you can come and hang out with me and we'll be breaking down all the action from Grand Slam. A big week happening on Dynamite next week. A great card. A lot of consequence coming out of it. I think we are going to have champions changing. And I think it's going to be an exciting card. Jamie Hayter totally costing Britt the belt in that four-way. Yeah, man. That makes sense, doesn't it? I guess the issue between the Hayter and Britt thing, Jeff, is that you've then made Hayter a face because she'll be the face in that situation instantly for standing up to Britt. And you can see it already. Like the crowd are treating her like a face, even though she was beating up Toni Storm there. And the kind of issue with that is then when you do Jamie and Toni for the belt, Are you risking her being facing that situation? Would it have as much heat? I don't know. It's harder to do. Jericho Appreciation Society coming out now. Is he going to have everyone with him? I assume he will. God, that tea tastes like ass, man. And here comes Jericho. Has he got people with him? The Sports Entertainer. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out, dude. We watch Dynamite every Wednesday. We have a good time. Just chill out, talk some wrestling, break down all the latest news, share our opinions on wrestling, and just enjoy Dynamite together, man. Last vote, Hassan. It is on. You go, baby. Chris Jericho, says Chris. Be easier to do that match, I think. Be easier to do that match. Danielson says Sassy. It's a bigger match, I think, Danielson and Moxley. They just had Jericho Mox too. Yeah, man. Yeah. They just had Jericho and Danielson as well, haven't they? I'm going with the American Dragon. The American Dragon. Chris Jericho. Bryan Danielson. Mox wins next week and hope that there are a fatal 3 and MJF wins MJF faction versus Blackpool Combat Club. Interesting. Ooh, they haven't announced a match for MJF next week. Is he going to turn it into a 3-way? If he was, it meant no sense for him to do that if it was Moxley and Danielson, because then he'd be outnumbered. Interesting. Next week is going to be interesting. The crowd singing Judas and Jericho playing up to it. What a face. Just have Jamie be a tweener. Yeah, you could do. You could do. Definitely could do. I mean, I'd love to see Jamie with the belt as well, but then I'd love Toni Storm. Like, tough one, man. Tough one. Maybe you don't want to do that right now. Maybe you don't want to do Hater and Toni Storm right now. Maybe you need to back it off and do the Britt Baker feud first. William Regal also coming out of the heel side, by the way. Bryan Danielson has never defeated Chris Jericho in his career. Wow. And don't forget, they didn't do it at the pay-per-view either, so they're not afraid of not doing it. Ooh, exciting. Bringing all this sort of doubt into the match is a great way. This is a match with consequence, as 71% of you think Danielson is winning. Jericho going for the clothesline early on, but Danielson hitting with the chops. At the end of this show, we could say MJF come out, announce himself for that next week's match. That'd make it massive, man. Going for the round kips on Jericho. Fighting. I mean, they haven't got as much time and as they had for the pay-per-view. They've only got 20 minutes max, and I'm guessing there's going to be some after angle here with Mox and I think possibly MJF. Chops here from Jericho and Danielson, and again, I think it's working better. I think it's working in their favor on this card. I mean, them chops are sounding fire, man. If Jericho wins, then MJF will compete against 2 men who have beaten him. It could make sense. It could make sense to give Jericho the win here and continue the Danielson never beating him storyline. I wouldn't be opposed to Danielson winning the belt, but MJF was so focused on Moxley, it's kind of telegraphing that Moxley is going to win it. Absolutely. I said that was the issue when Moxley came out. While the promo was freaking outstanding and exactly what AEW needed after that prep scrum, it was very much telegraphing these two are going against each other. Jericho going over the top rope now as Danielson weighing up if he's going to run the ropes, and he is, baby. Going out. Oh, no, double drop kick. Using the ropes as support, getting extra leverage for that drop kick as he goes and delivers a flying, running knee off the apron onto Jericho. Beautiful stuff. Jericho gets pinned and Mox can say he did not beat him. Jericho gets pinned and Mox. Yeah, man. It could do. Could do. Interesting, isn't it? Next week, Mox is going to be at that show. Mox, man, supposed to be on vacation, coming into Dynamite every week to put on a great show. And not just come into Dynamite to sit backstage, come into work. Fired up every week. What a star. What a star. I've never been as impressed with Mox as I am right now. I think he's easily Wrestler of the Year. Danielson up with a double drop kick, sending Jericho down. This is a really solid match. Jericho's looking really good in it as well. Danielson goes to the top again. Waiting for... Oh, no. Diving headbutt to the back of the neck from Jericho. From Danielson, excuse me. Ooh, kick out there. Shouldn't be doing diving headbutts after concussion. Knees drived into the back of Jericho. Guys, I'm going to have to get off soon after this stream, my friends. I am at work tomorrow. I'll hopefully be able to stay a bit later next week, so I'll invite people on to talk about what happened at Grand Slam. It'd be awesome to get your opinions on it. If that's okay with you guys, I'm sorry. I'd love to do it every week, but with work, I just can't afford it. I already struggle with getting sleep, finding time to sleep. As Danielson kicks the arm of Jericho before delivering the yes kicks to his face. Jericho, Robert, Anthony, and Mox were to go fishing. Oh, really? I don't know who Robert Anthony is, but that's man gutting. I love the fact they've brought it into storyline. A German suplex there from Danielson. High landing from Danielson there. Aubrey Edwards in the ring. I'd love to see a bit of interaction with Aubrey, actually, between Aubrey and Jericho. Jericho's looking really good in this match, isn't he? Really nice drop kick there from Jericho, sending Danielson to the floor, using the second rope to get his leverage. And Jericho is standing tall right now. Jericho going over the top rope with a crossbody elbow type move. Dudes, I'm impressed with Jericho so far. What do you guys think? Robert Anthony was an indie wrestler at CZW with Mox. Thank you, Sassy. Thank you. Cool. Well, Mox has become invaluable to AEW. I mean, I know he was already sort of one of the biggest deals in AEW, but absolutely invaluable. Absolutely. Showing how important he is. The slaps now from Jericho to Danielson. Say what you will about Jericho, but he's durable for his age. To be doing the moves over the top rope at his age, yeah. And actually, this has been better than the All-Out match, in my opinion. Great chops after a head-pushing exchange. Mate, I know what we say about Jericho. Like, some of the stories have been all over the place. Some of it's been great. And tonight, Jericho's doing a wonderful job. He's wrestling against Bryan Danielson, who could have I think Bray Wyatt's best ever match I've seen was with Bryan Danielson. He can have a match with a broom and make it a good match, you know? Bray Wyatt fans go mental at me. Danielson over the top rope over Jericho. Goes for the clothesline. Jericho double crossbody. Both men. Can you imagine doing that in real life? Can you imagine doing that? Going to picture in picture. This is one of the things that's difficult, especially when I've got someone else on the stream. Like, I can't always tell when we're in picture in picture, and so the action just slows down like incredibly, and I kind of miss why, you know. But we are in an ad break right now. We've got 15 minutes left as both men are down. Maybe they'll just lay there for the 2 minutes of the advert. Both men catching the breath. Slowly getting up. I hope Bryan Danielson's happy. We don't hear much about him backstage, but I do hope he's happy. Punches on the floor. Very slow, guys. Pace is slowed right down. Danielson beating Jericho, smashing his head into the floor. Jericho, go do your cheer for the crowd. Slowly getting up. And there we go, flexing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at the muscle of Jericho. It's red, man, from them chops. Danielson, push-ups in the ring. Using the ad break to work on his body. More chops now from these two men. Blood vessels burst in Jericho's chest. Ouch. Oh, God, he's looking bruised. Jericho with a kick. Really nice. Going up. Oh, Lion Salt. Lion Salt from Chris Jericho onto Danielson. And a kick out. Did they do the spot that they'll show when they get back for the break right there? Yeah, they did. That's all they need to do. God, it slowed right down, guys. Jericho, forearm to Danielson, sending him back. I'd love to see a live show. I mean, I'm really glad I get to see it without the break. Oh, Jericho missing Danielson going into the turnbuckle. But it's like from a performance point of view, it makes sense to just take a step back during the ad break, especially someone of Chris Jericho's age who needs to like just do what he needs to do in the ring, you know. And we're coming back from the break, and I can tell you now, they're going to find the heat again. Danielson going up to the top rope as Jericho stops it from happening. Chops here to Danielson on the top. Jericho sets him up. Punches on the top. And another going up to the top. Jericho, don't lose your balance, dude. Hurricanrana from the top rope. Hurricanrana from the top rope from Jericho. Saying, come on, crowd, get up. Telling Danielson to get up. Going for the Judas effect, but Danielson's got the counter, and it's into a German. And he gets the kick out. He don't get a kick out, he just rolls through. Double underhook, and he gets it in. Cattle mutilation is locked in, guys. On his stomach here, as Danielson's wrenching on the back of Jericho's arms. Yeah, man. I mean, obviously they had Britt, but I've enjoyed this match more than I did the pay-per-view match, to be honest with you. I think Jericho's looks really smooth in it. Well played, lad. Guys, make sure you vote. Who have you got to win? Who have I got to win? Who have I got to win? I think you go Jericho. I think you go Jericho, and you go Jericho and Moxley and put in MJF for that Arthur Ashe show. That'd be big, big main event. But you can't do that with Danielson. You can't have Danielson and Moxley both in there against MJF. And imagine the fun you can have between MJF and Jericho. And Danielson deserves a whole feud with MJF, you know? Going for the elbows, but Danielson showing his strong jaw, looking over at the AEW title. Great shot. Jericho saying, I ain't got anything left. Before another massive chop. Danielson not holding back on the chest of Chris Jericho. Sassy agrees. Better than the last match. Yeah, man. I think the time limitations have really helped it out. And it's been smooth. It's been really smooth. Danielson getting powered up. I mean, from the match, from watching the match, you'd say Jericho's been in the lead a lot, so it'd make more sense for Danielson to win. Codebreaker sending Danielson back. Oh, psycho knee from Danielson. Crowd are on the feet here. I think the Jericho Appreciation Society members will come out and help him win. That's what I think will happen. Fight forever chants from the crowd. That is right. The new game from AEW, Kenny Omega across in Japan now, doing some press for it. Even though he's suspended. I suppose he's not suspended from THQ, is he? Or Ukes, is it? Developing it? Ooh. Danielson with a chop to Jericho. Jericho with a chop to Danielson. Okay, is this better than Mox and Sammy? For me, yeah, because while I thought Sammy's selling was incredible in the match, suplex to the outside, but Danielson's selling his ankle, selling a hurt ankle. Are you all right? It says Aubrey to him. Squirming around the ring as he's taking off his wrestling boots. Has he hurt himself? Oh my God, look at the... Oh, he did. He hurt it there, man. Oh, this is legit, I think. Jericho, great facial expressions in the ring. Oh, and he's attacking it. It's not real, but it looks real. Taking off the ring boot of Danielson and then hitting it into the floor. This is aggressive, man. Danielson's in. I was wet. I thought he'd hurt himself, but the move he did it to was impressive as all hell. Wrenching his knee on the turnbuckle. Danielson looking in agony. Jericho going for the figure four on the ring post. Oh, Aubrey, stop it from happening. Stop it from happening. Can't tap out because he's on the rope. Aubrey getting in, telling him the rules. The crowd feel devastated. The crowd are devastated at this. They've got an out though, haven't they? They've found an out in the match. Great. And Jericho attacking at the back of the ankle. I like how it's actually a relief when Jericho starts attacking the ankle because you know it's a work. Yeah, man. That's how I feel. Knee breaker, of course, attacking that area. Great. I do hope Jericho gets a win. Danielson hopping on his foot. Danielson still fighting back, going with the elbows to the back of Jericho's head. Really, really selling them knees to the back of the head. As he tries to take a timeout in the bottom corner with his sock out. Danielson wrestling on one foot here. Going for it. Oh, going for the knee, but he can't get it. Instead, Jericho locking in the walls. And there it is. The walls is in, baby. The walls is in. Honestly, what I do here, give Jericho the win, get MJF out, say I'm in that match next week, and really promote that. Promote that. Don't just do it at the start of next week's show. If people think that they're going to see MJF as the champion in next week's show, it's a bigger deal than watching just Jericho and Moxley go at it again. Oh, he's got onto the single leg crab, really working on that ankle. Beautiful stuff. Danielson fighting back here. Danielson trying to get the crowd behind him. Fighting off Jericho as he's going back. Mate, I can't even squat like Jericho's doing right now. My knees are just collapsed. I just fall back. And Jericho drags him back into the ring. Locking him in, trying to get a figure four. Oh no, spinning toe hold. Punching at Danielson as he's on the floor as well. Going for it again. Danielson trying to kick out of it. Delivering back elbows to Danielson's face. Danielson's winning this, isn't he? Pushes him into the turnbuckle. Danielson goes for the roll up. And a kick out. And a kick out. Come on. Dragon screw sending Danielson back down. Is he going to hit the figure four? Woo! Locking the foot there. And then digging down at the foot. Good stuff. Good stuff. Danielson trying to fight back. I think Danielson's going to get the fluke win here. But I think this match has been really nicely worked. I'm really impressed with Jericho. Two of them fighting on the floor, punching each other. Danielson trying to turn it over. 2 minutes left, guys. Going into the transition, getting in the S-lock. Go on, sunshine, says William Regal. Forearms to the back of Jericho's head as he pulls him back. Has he done enough to Jericho, though, to get the win here? Has he done enough? Has he done enough? I'm saying no, man. I'm saying no. Oh, pulling back at the nose. The broken nose of Jericho, broken just a few months back. Jericho's going to tap here. No, no, no. And he taps. Danielson and Mox it is. Can't have MJF in that match, guys. CM Punk owns the book sign suddenly comes out. Someone's going to come and take that off in a second. Daniel Garcia saying, yeah, okay. My boss lost. Ooh, next week, Danielson versus Mox. Big match. Big, big match. Are we going to see a winner? Is MJF going to sneak in? Are they going to use it like a Money in the Bank chip or something like that? I don't know, man. Here comes Mox. Who's celebrating, man? Give Danielson a handshake. Mox again, like, dude, he's had a shower. He's here. He stayed all night for the angle. Great. Regal looking on, knowing that he's going to see some destruction next week. Danielson hurt. Here we go. The two are meeting face to face. Mox looks happy about it. What's Danielson going to do? What's Danielson going to do? They're just going to look at each other. Here we go. And we get the handshake. Here we go. Next week, guys. New champion. Danielson or Moxley. It's going to be Moxley, in it. We built it up with the MJF feud completely. Completely telegraphed that, man. I wish he'd give us a little bit of a difference there. We'll end the poll there. Danielson had 60%. Jericho had 40%. I did vote for Jericho. My votes have been completely off tonight, guys. every week we do this show. Every week you come and hang out with me. Every week. I appreciate it. Let's just go for a quick rundown of the card. Jon Moxley and Sammy Guevara, wonderful selling from Guevara. Jon Moxley, excellent as always. MJF comes out afterwards, cuts a fire promo on Moxley, really building up for that match that we know we're getting, bringing up these childhood stuff from his book and stuff like that. I assume at some point he's going to get a bicycle involved in the feud after mentioning his bicycle tonight. And brilliant stuff, man, from MJF, really building it up. Then we had the Stokely Hathaway stuff, which to me, while it sort of showed his faction's intentions, and I think that that's really important, it didn't actually capture me because we just had a really focused feud, focused promo from MJF, and this just felt a bit like this is what the five guys want, and it was quite a lot of what they want. So I think, like Jeff says, a bit of mid-card faction, and we don't know if we can take them seriously. I think actions speak louder than words. We should have just seen them attack someone backstage, is how I would have done it. Then we had the Jungle Boy versus Jay Lethal, a decent match. Certainly got better towards the end, I think, of that match. Jungle Boy obviously getting the win, because he does with a snare trap on Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal's a great worker, though, isn't he, man? It's a decent match, man. Then we had the women's four-way match, Toni Storm and Athena versus Britt Baker and Serena Deeb. One of the better matches we've seen on Dynamite for a while from the women. The Athena getting her knee injured storyline worked during it. Maybe they shouldn't have done that with what happened in the main event. Maybe they should have targeted another body part, but it all worked. It would have been nice to have seen Britt Baker in the ring a bit more, but Toni Storm looked amazing. Serena Deeb was working really well. And Serena Deeb and Athena did a lot of the work, a lot of the lifting in this match, that's for sure. The after angle where Britt Baker gets the win with the chair, really enjoyed that. I thought it was a nice way to give the heels the win. But then also Jimmy Hayter coming out and taking the chair off Britt Baker before attacking Toni Storm. And then Britt Baker going, I said I was sorry. I said I was sorry. And Jamie Hayter is still pissed off while still attacking the champion. It's good. It's good stuff, man. And interesting. Great to see them giving the women stuff to do in the future. No Wardlow tonight. No, there wasn't. Rampage for Wardlow, probably. Yeah, probably. Main event, let's talk about that. Jericho and Danielson. I thought it was the best match on the card. I thought they did a wonderful job. I thought the pacing was so good. I know that they had the ad break and stuff, but I'm down with that. I'm okay with that. In terms of the pacing, they worked really hard, really fast at the start. Had a bit of a break in the middle because of the ad break, which for you guys who are watching like I am, it makes perfect sense. And then at the end of the match, brought back the heat, a lot of the submissions. I felt like there could have been a little bit more after the injury on Danielson, which he worked me completely. I thought he was injured with that move because that's the type of move you can absolutely twist your ankle on, eh? After that, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more offense from Danielson using his one foot to try and get the psycho knee, to try and do a little bit more with that. I think, and Danielson's the type of wrestler that can do that, man, and I'd love to do that. Instead, we sort of went into a submission sort of a lockup. But after that sort of attack, there was nothing apart from the lock from Danielson that ended up getting him the win, which I'm cool with because it shows the power of that move. But at the same time, I do feel like they could have done a little bit more to Jericho to sell that ending a little bit more. And also, I just want to see Danielson's creativity when he's only wrestling on one foot because you know he can do it, and you know he can impress the hell out of us. I thought Jericho looked really good in this match, man. No sort of gimmick, just wrestling. It feels like that's what he's going back to a little bit. I know his gimmick is a sports entertainer, and he sort of said in that press interview that we saw, like we've done all the gimmick matches. Let's just do some wrestling. And actually, he did a decent job at the pay-per-view. I think this was even better than the pay-per-view match between him and Danielson. Maybe it was a time thing as well because it was limited to time. But I thought they got a lot into what they did, and I thought it was really good. MJF's music should have hit right when they shook hands. Yes, it should. Yes, it should. That would have been perfect ending. You get the crowd cheer and then the boo. Perfect. Yes, Jeff, says Todd. Yeah, I agree. It'd be absolutely perfect. No Wardlow. Rampage is for Wardlow. It is indeed. Going to be a good match, good card at Rampage, I assume. And next week's card looks insanely good. And you know where I'll be. I'll be here streaming as normal. And I hope you guys can join me next week because it's going to be a fun one, that's for sure. A big one. Tell people about it. Let's get some more people in. Okay, Todd. Matches and flow of matches so much better. No distractions from malcontents. Yeah, man. The direction of the show actually compared to last week's show felt a lot smoother. Feels like they're. Oh, the other match that we missed was Swerve and Glory versus Penta and Lucha. Great match, great Dynamite match. Exactly what we want to sort of see from or what I want to see from AEW, which is great wrestling. And it was one of them high spot fest matches. Swerve doing the heel work, but Keith also doing heel work, really setting up the Acclaimed nicely for next week. I think when you put, it's interesting because the Acclaimed are not sort of an established team as much as someone like the Lucha Bros. And actually, what you did there was establish Keith Lee and Swerve more, and certainly establish Swerve's heel character, which is really important. Really important. And next week during that match, I really want to see Keith Lee go full heel. I think that'd be great. And if he manages that, I think they'll be planning it now. If he manages that, the pop, if they win or if they lose or whatever happens, would be amazing. Because I think they can really do that. I think it'd be good. Well, I think the Keith Lee and Swerve not being on the same page stuff was interesting. I think that's more interesting. And I think from the variety show that AEW offers us in wrestling every week, there's a hell of a story to tell there. And I think now is the time to grab it by the balls and tell that story. And, I think Acclaimed have got it. But if Keith Lee and Swerve won by being complete heels, I'd be down with that as well. I would be down with that because that's a great story, man. And they're telling really good stories. What I don't want to have happen is for Swerve and Keith Lee to lose the championships and for them to just be forgot about. I kind of do want them to just be that devastating as hell heel teams. I don't think Acclaimed are going to have a massive run, right? But wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it a good story for them to win it and then to lose it a few weeks' time? Do a little bit of hot potato with that belt. That's fine, man. If you want to put it back on Keith Lee and Swerve, do that. Do that. It's cool. They're so over right now, and I think it's really interesting storytelling. And from the story they told us All Out, like that's going to be hella exciting. Sassy says over the last 2 weeks, yeah, man. I mean, it's. I didn't enjoy last week's show as much, but I thought this week's was great. I was just pissed off with the women's segment though last week, let's be honest. The last 2 weeks' shows have been so much better. This tonight's show was great, really smooth. Wrestling was great, taking the time with it, not giving us too many distractions with stuff. I feel there's also a couple of stories that they should be telling us at some point. I want to know what's happening with House of Black. I want to know that Malachi's gone. I want to know what's happening with Dark Order, based on the fact that Hangman Adam Page has been they lost that match to the Elite. I want to know what's happening with them. Johnny Silver had a great showing at All Out, and he's been forgotten about. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to see. Hey, Ryan, how are you doing? Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me, dude, at the end. The booking lately has been a lot better. The wrestlers are evenly matched. I agree, man. I think the booking has been a lot better. Certainly better. It's been certainly better. I just think there's a couple of stories they're not capitalizing on right now that needs to be capitalized on. I think there's some interesting stuff there, and we need to be told what's happening. However, if that's at the expense of the pacing of the show, which I think has been really smooth, I'm down with that, baby. I'm down with it. Tony Khan is not being pushed to feature certain wrestlers. That's right, man. He's not. He's grabbing it by the horns and saying, this is what's happening by the sounds of it. So good. It's almost like some things have changed in the locker room. Indeed, they certainly have. And yeah, let's hope it can carry on. Let's hope Tony Khan can use this as a learning experience to learn how to create his vision of what it should be without. It's that interesting thing. When AEW first started, it was all about everyone's got the freedom to do what they want to do. And then the issue is you can't give everyone that freedom. It doesn't work. Because if you give everyone that freedom, it ends up ruining your company, as we've seen. right? Look at Miro when he first come in. He had the freedom to tell his story. He told a gamer story. He wanted free advertising for his Twitch stream. I'd assume, I gather. I mean, we haven't been told. And it didn't work. It just didn't work. And then he went into the sort of heel again that we know and love Rusev as. And he feels like a beast. Every time he's on screen, you want to listen to him. There's guys like Miro that we're not seeing. Keep Sabian, I'd like to see. We've sort of seen him in an angle. We've seen him lose. And we saw him with Penelope Ford last week. But let's see something with him. Yeah, interesting. Is what I'd like to see. I believe the rumors that the Elite had an agenda, and so did Punk. Maybe, yeah, absolutely. It absolutely could be. And let's just hope that they're all getting together. I miss Eddie Kingston as well. We haven't seen him since singing. I just think there's a couple of stories, but I said on last week's show, like, book to the next pay-per-view, book 8 matches, and let's have a solid show. And right now, we've got potential for that, So this next week's show is a massive show. It's going to be a great, great show to watch with you guys. I hope you can join me next week. It's going to be fun. We're getting Acclaimed, Swerve and Glory. We're getting the 4-way title match for the women's championship, including Athena, Toni Storm, Serena Deeb, and Britt Baker. Jamie Hayter's getting involved in that as well. Like Jeff says, probably costing Britt. And we've also got the championship crowning of either Jon Moxley or Bryan Danielson. How is MJF going to react to that? Because they're getting him out next week as well. And then you've also got Pac and Orange Cassidy, which for the All Atlantic Championship, which is a nice way of getting 2 popular guys on the show. It feels focused at the minute. It feels a lot more focused. And with 2 hours TV, I have enjoyed that 2 hours of TV. While it hasn't had the massive high spots of everything else, it's telling the stories that need to be told in a logical sense. Everything was pretty logical. The only thing I didn't really rate as much was the Stokely Hathaway promo, but that was only because of the direction. Everything else, really good. It's my review of Dynamite, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Next week, I'm not at work till a lot later, so I should be able to stick around and do a little bit of a post show, invite you guys on. Won't be able to do that this week because I'm at work in a few hours' time. But it's been wonderful watching wrestling with my friends that I come down and see every week. Thank you, everyone that's joined me during the stream. All of your comments, all of your suggestions. It's always wonderful. You've all been stars. Thank you so much. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Who do you want? Who do you want as an outro? Did I have a look at the poll? Yeah, it was 60 and 40. I should have done a poll for the outro. I should try and do that. First person to write it gets which one they want. I'm going to give you 3 names. We're going to go Evil Uno, Gangrel, or Matt Hardy. Oh, who's the first person that's going to write it? Night and all. Let's see the first name that pops up, and you're getting it, baby. This will just show you how live we are. Night Todd says sassy. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Who are we getting for the outro? He'll come in a second. Any second now. Yeah, I'm at work. I'm working a wrestling event on Friday. I'm working NGW. I'm doing the lighting design for that. So yeah, lots of green. Gonna make it look green. It'll be fun, man. It'll be fun. I love working NGW. I'll give it a few more seconds, and if you wanna vote for what it's gonna be, vote. That is Gangrel, Matt Hardy, or Evil Uno. Let's go. See who you say. Yeah, working NGW. So I've seen some great guys in NGW. I've seen, there we go. There's the first one. It was Todd and Ryan both agreeing on Evil Uno. Looks like we're getting Evil Uno. Todd just pipping Ryan to the post, but you both had the same idea, baby. Let's do it. Let's go with Evil Uno. Guys, have a great night. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Thank you. Next week's gonna be good.
Hello, and welcome to the Gimme a Hall Yeah podcast. This is Evil Udo of the Dark Order. I hope everyone in Yorkshire and beyond are having a awesome day. Join Dark Order.